Alright, I'll play some of the Beast Bounce deck to start this morning. I'll trying out some new one drops in it. Nightcrawler and Rocket Raccoon over Ant-Man and what's it called? We were playing before Scarlet Witch. Scarlet Witch has been like a hit or miss one for me. Like in some games it's incredible, and in other games it just like loses us on the spot. So Rocket Raccoon's interesting in this deck because you could theoretically, it'll keep the bonus when it bounces back to your hand. So this could theoretically hit like 4 to 6 power in a game. Really great start here for us. I think I'm gonna snap here. These locations are decent for us, and we've got 2 more 1-drops into Beast here to bounce them back to get Collector going, and Agent 13 will generate cards for Collector twice. So like these 2 cards alone are like plus 8 power for Collector. That's before we draw anything here. Depending on what we draw, we might be collectoring on turn. Okay, so I think Falcon means this is turn 3. So I could Agent 13 into Falcon here, and then I could beast all of these back next turn. I could also into Beast and then next turn go Rocket Raccoon, Agent 13, Falcon. The question is, do I think I'm going to have time to replay them all 3 times? I feel like I might. Let's try this. This might be greedy. I said nothing this turn. Hey, what's going on, Seth? Thanks for the 51 months. Welcome back. So now, if we do this, I could beast all of these back to my hand. And then we can do it all again next turn on 5. And then remember, I've got this build with Chavez in it right now, so ideally I want to line up to Chavez on 6. Okay, so obviously we're not competing here. Where do we think they are most likely to deploy something this turn? Probably Wakanda, right? I don't think they're going to fight over the Metropolis here. Do I want to deploy Storm? I don't know that I want to deploy Storm. I guess she doesn't bounce back. This cuts Stark Tower off of power, which is good for a tiebreaker. They're snapping me. It feels like I'm going to get Chavez, to be said. Or, sorry, Shang-Chi, I mean. Chavez. I'm taking Chavez in my hand. Well, they played into Metropolis. Playing into Metropolis means they're almost assuredly getting Shang-Chi, right? They're getting farmed here. Another card I've considered putting in this deck is Armor, just to proactively stop Shang-Chi. So it's definitely the card that beats me the most. It's also a disruptive card into, what's it called, obviously? Yeah. Right. I think I'm going to try a copy Armor, actually. I've lost a lot of games we would have won if I would have just had a copy of Armor into what they have going on. We can give up the Electra. I can see that being right. Go down to 5 1-drops. Could be right to give up Rocket Raccoon too, but I kind of want to try him as a tech slot. Take a picture here real quick. It's not 12 cards. It's 11 cards because of what's her name? Chavez. There's merit to saving Agent 13 in case you draw Collector, but Rocky Raccoon's more likely to hit if I play it later. Dark Dimension's a super awkward card for this deck. It's probably the worst location for us. But this isn't one we can Scarlet Witch anyways. Okay, it's a solid hit. So Raccoon pops off here, Mantis pops off here. We drew their Ant-Man. Well, that's kind of cute. Okay, Strange Academy is actually low-key kind of good for us because it gives us a way to get stuff over into here. No, I don't have Patriot. If I had Patriot, we would have seen a deck for it by now. No, they don't, Cody. That's why this card's so bad for us. These are just face down cards that just basically aren't counted until they flip up. Really know what I want to do here? Not having any of our 3 payoffs is pretty bad for this hand. Okay, there's Beast. Do we Beast all of these back then? Kinda want them to get the bonus here, though. Our draw without any of our 3 payoffs kinda just sucks. I don't know if there's much we could do here. I think we're in, like, punt Stark Tower territory. There's Angela. Yeah, but I'm gonna be losing tower regardless, right? I'm drawing Chavez next turn. Am I losing tower regardless? If I do this, into this, into this, there's 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, then we're tying exactly. This means I'm ahead. I guess we do this. Go on, forget. Thanks for the 30 months. Welcome back. And if this is Nova Carnage, the armor locks it out. Just like Chavez, right? Click submit. Hope that Mantis plus these win here, or Chavez wins Strange Academy. I guess I could also just like Giganto, huh? This is Giganto. Hey, don't Mr. Fantastic me. Okay, we could get like Mr. Fantastic out of here and lose this. The Czar. So we lose the tiebreaker. We're gonna lose regardless of which line I took there, is the unfortunate truth. That's a close game considering like my Angela, Bishop, and wait, where did my deck go? Where's my deck not on the overlay? Sorry, my Angela, Bishop, and Collector were the bottom 3 cards of my deck that game. It's a pretty close game. Yeah, I was like 1%er territory there for sure. We're gonna play Mantis out into Westview proactively because we just want to get cards set up for Beast to be able to bounce later with Collector. It's obviously an incredibly low chance that they deploy to here as well, but like the Mantis here sets us up to go Agent 13 into Beast on 3, which is really good. Nah, I don't really buy the variants. I'm spending like $20 a day to max out my account as quickly as possible. I can't afford $10 variants on top of that. Learn to play this. I go through the basics and the 5 things that are awesome about Marvel Snap on my channel here. Maybe we should make a command for that one. All right, so now do I want to Beast this turn or do I want to wait to Beast when I could do both of these? I think I'm going to be greedy and wait a turn. Let's go ahead and Yondu here and armor. Where do I want to armor? I think it's just mid to hedge this against anything scary. And then next turn we could go Agent 13 plus Beast here. This is definitely my favorite deck of the game at the moment. Oh, that's pretty unfortunate. Well, Central Park filling up my stuff with crap is big oof. I'm confident enough to snap here. We kind of need another payoff. We're gonna win the center, but winning Hellfire Club or Central Park could be challenging. Oh, Rowan's a good generation Agent 13. Ooh, and there's Angela. Okay, so this is one of the reasons I like Nightcrawler, is this gets 2 power whenever you play something here, so we can Nightcrawler with Angela and then move something over. I think we do this, and then we can bounce Nightcrawler over, and then we can, like, deploy Chavez here, potentially. My hand's a good number of cards today. Rowan could be good, too. I think I want to go in on Angela here, though. Okay, so Chavez is effectively plus 10 here into Central Park to put me to 21. I think that sounds game winning. All right, what do I think is more likely to win? Am I more likely to win adding 10 here or adding 10 here? If I add 10 here, I'm up 7 and 5. So are they more likely to beat me being up 15? They did just Moon Girl, so we could get double Dino'd here. Oh, you know what? They Moon Girled, so we're better off Rowaning if they Moon Girled, right? Talon left. Whoa, they had a third way to destroy. Oh my gosh. Oh, please faster nerfs. Please faster. My brain, and I didn't say it out loud, but in my head, I was like, oh, they've carnaged and deathlocked already. We're good to go here. We don't have to worry. Like, I didn't even talk about Nova at the end there, because in my head, they had played their 2 destroy enablers. It's scary to think that, like, this deck that they're playing isn't even optimized for a lot of people because they don't have cards accessible. You don't. Yeah, the opponent's deck, for people that are new to the game or haven't been following, the opponent's deck, the developers announced is getting nerfed this week. Nova is an incredibly unbalanced card that there's just like, you can't beat in most situations. It's just how it be. Now, the bar with no name is a location that's worse for us because I've cut Scarlet Witch from the deck. Scarlet Witch is a card that would normally let us turn this into something else, so we don't have to care about it. Yes, both Venom and Killmonger are significantly better than Deathlock in most situations. And sometimes you just, like, play more than one, right? It's like, do you do multiple? Okay, well, I think with the Rocket Raccoon drawn, I actually just play out all my ones, then we play into Falcon next turn. Damn it. I guess I should have hedged my bets, huh? On the Rocket Raccoon and the Mantis. I was pretty sure they were going to play mid, though. I guess they're waiting to see what happens with X-Mansion before they do that. So armor, this is my first time trying armor in this deck. Not only is armor a potential Venom hoser, but this deck dies to Shang-Chi a lot. So armor is a way we can protect our cards from Shang-Chi, because this deck regularly has like a 20 plus power collector. I'm actually gonna retreat here. I think the bar with no name is awkward for us, so we missed on Mantis and Rocket Raccoon. Just go ahead and pack it in. Invisible Woman is also not good for us. Makes our cards be not revealed there. Let's get out for the 1 cube. Yeah, we're doing Snap to start the day every day this week, Kyle. Rocket hit on 1, that's great. Rocket's low odds to hit on 1, but again, it's important to just start deploying 1-drops with this deck, because when you draw Beast, you want to be able to have a bunch of stuff to pick up. Yeah, like that, perfect. Okay, Mindscape's annoying, but not the end of the world. Do I want to Beast this turn? I think I do. Just go like Nightcrawler Beast. Snap this. We get to pull the Ninja out here too, which is great. Just like a free 1-drop. Bishop is sick here. We'll Bishop into the left to try and win here, and then we'll set up for Angela right. I don't know if there's a reason to play these out just yet, right? I think we just like Bishop here and chill. Oh, I guess the downside is, if I don't Falcon this turn, I actually am going to lose these cards to my opponent, which is bad. Okay, maybe we actually Angela into all 3 of these plus Falcon, and then we bishop next turn with them again, so that way the Mindscape doesn't get us. I think that's the play. Yeah, if they have Double Dino, they're gonna win Onslaught Citadel. That's why we're playing to win left and right here by setting up Angela and then Bishop. Also, if because of Mindscape, if they can't get rid of Mindscape, I'm just gonna get my hand empty this turn, right? Yeah, like my hand is literally just empty other than Agent 13 here. They're snapping? Yeah, like, okay. Sure, deal. I probably don't want to agent middle or left. I want to be flexibility to play Chavez there, I think. And we're losing middle anyways, so let's drop Ninja there. No, I want to play the Ninja to give Bishop 1 power, right? Because I assume I'm torched on the Collector path anyways. Well, I guess I'm not necessarily torched on the Collector path, huh? Nah, this makes their Devil Dino bigger if I give it to them. Yeah. No, I wanna play this out, I think. I wanna make their Devil Dino smaller. So Mindscape's gonna win us this game, I think. What's going on, Redcap? Okay, yeah, so you have 2 Devil Dinos in the middle. We're going up to 8 cubes, and Mindscape says, okay, you get my Domino, I get all of the cards in your hand. What's going on, Beansy? Thank you for the 35 months. Welcome back. Oh my god, they gave us an Enchantress, too. They're just, like, super torched. Yeah. So, like, they play any cards. They have 1 card they drew from their deck and the card Agent 13 generated. Like. Okay, good shot. Thanks for the cubes. I think we win this game even without Mindscape. Because, like, think of a world where their dinos stay big there. We play Chavez left and end up 22 on the left and 21 on the right. Yeah, they must have forgot. And I've done that before. They were playing in a way that they didn't know Mindscape was about to switch our hands. And as someone who's definitely forgotten Mindscape was on the field more than once, that happens. But even if they play like Mindscape isn't there, we still win with Chavez left there, I think, because they play both dinos mid. And they kind of had to play both dinos mid because my collector was huge, right? So no 1-drops here, but I've got all 3 of my payoffs and 1 of my bouncers now. So hopefully we're going to draw 1-drops over these next couple of turns. This location is awful for us. This is a location that is bad for us that Scarlet Witch can fix. That we currently don't have Scarlet Witch for. This is probably going to be a game where we don't play Chavez on 3, we'll see. Or Chavez on 6, sorry, I said 3. One drop. All right, well, 1-drop is gas. falconing or beasting this turn? I think we're falconing. So if I slide this over, I can Yondu here, falcon here. This will go up to 9. These 3 will come back to my hand. And then Collector goes up to 8. And then Agent 13 means Collector's going to go to 10 next turn. And then we have like Bishop, Beast, and 1-drops the following turn. So Angela is huge too. I should have snapped you before these started flipping up. You're not incredibly likely spot to win here. There's a good chance once they see this turn, they're not staying in through the snap. So I should have snapped before they saw the Collector jump up. Do I want to play to win the Collector lane? I kind of feel like I do. If I bounce 3 things, these go away. I could also get... Now, they're probably not a Patriot deck. This goes to... My opponent just conceded. Yeah. I should have snapped before that last turn flipped up. Like I said, I think my opponent was pretty unlikely to stay in after they saw that. You gotta get some boosters this morning, chat. We're at 2,100 credits. I don't have boosters to spend. Yeah, I wish Angela got buffed before Beast picked her up too. That would be nice. Cloning Vats. No Collector for that one, but yeah, nice all the same. Am I playing Agent 13 on 1 here? I don't think I am because of Cloning Vats. I think we're just chilling. No Electra makes us worse against Sunspot. I don't think I want copies of Angela because she's kind of worse. I guess I could Angela here to start and then Angela in another location as well. Could be okay. There are a lot of rocks in my deck. Thankfully, I think our hand is good enough at this point that the rocks largely don't matter. The Cloning Vats makes this game plan a little weird. So let's Bishop into Nightcrawler. So they did nothing, which lets them just collect energy on both these sunspots. So I can Nightcrawler mid, and then I could go rock. I guess I want these with actual power to be free, right? And I could Beast here. And then next turn, I get to replay a bunch of these. I'm gonna need to win Subterranea or the Vault. Oh, I guess I can't bounce all of these because of... I actually can't bounce all these because of the Cloning Vats. Okay, well that... Why did they put a bunch of rocks there? My opponent conceded. Alright, so they just like had awful subterranean variants. Got it. Hey, something to spend boosters on. Even if they had Khazar there though, my bishop was still winning that path rate. It was only +4. Well, shit. World ship is less common than other locations because it's kind of obnoxious. I think Angela means we can snap here, right? I wasn't going to, but I think Angela on 2 means we can snap here with the beast. So I can, like, Angela play things out, beast them all back, Angela get even bigger on her. So we'll play these 2, and then next turn we'll beast all of them back. And we have armor to protect us from a Shang-Chi. We're about to lose the beast, aren't we?
Oh, snap.
Alright, sure. Hey, Pixie, thanks for the 31 months. Welcome back, appreciate it. Sometimes you low roll the 1 and 3. Sometimes you low roll the 1 and 3. We have waited till 6 and then played Chavez. Well, if I stay in that turn, Cody, committing 2 more cubes plus doubling again. So if I'm staying in to play Chavez, I'm saying I'm betting 6 more cubes. I think I'm winning this game. I don't think I was winning that game. So I would rather lose 2 than 6. God. Well, if this flips into miniaturized lab, this game's gonna get real awkward real fast. The collector having 2 power didn't matter. Or 4 power, I don't think mattered. I was gonna have other bigger, better plays to fill out my spots there, I think, Meku. Maybe, I guess it's free, since I bounced him all anyways to find that out. Maybe you're right. I don't have a strong opinion either way. Well, shit. I think this is actually good for us, though, right? Because, like, we play all of these out here, and then one of these is Nightcrawler? I think we snap. I think this board state's good for us. We, like, get to make Angela huge here, and then no one else can play center. And then my Nightcrawler can even slide to nowhere, potentially. Yondu milled their Chavez. We're gonna take a couple turns off of playing cards here, Chip. Oh, they armored, so if this... Okay, turn into dimensionalized. If this turns into nowhere, they could play cards here now. But now, we can't play cards here on either turns 3, 4, or 5. I could armor right here. But I don't know that that's worth it, right? I feel like I'm ahead if they can't play stuff, so I think we just pass, right? I mean, I don't think there's a reason to armor. I think I'm winning, right? Okay, now do we armor right, assuming they're not going to play into here this turn, or only going to play into here things that care about being destroyed? So if I go like armor right into Bishop, for example, and then we could Chavez into the middle or left next turn. Because they're not playing anything this turn, because they already blew their destroy load. We're in a decent spot here. I guess I lose to Chavez right with this sequence. No, actually I don't, right? We tie Chavez right, and then we win the tiebreaker, because Bishop's gonna go up to 3, so this will be 10 here. Oh, we burned their Chavez too with Yondu. Yeah. Might lose to a Devil Dino. Oh, it's only 6? How is it only 6? Oh, baby dino. I guess they didn't have a chance to Moon Girl in all that game, huh? It's for the cubes. Is the armor being necessary in decks in a post-Nova meta? I mean, it depends on if we're actually going to be in a post-Nova meta, right? I mean, ideally Nova will still be playable, just not unbeatable, right? And also, like, this deck that I'm playing right now, I talked about it when we made the change, but I added armor in not just because of anti-Nova potential, but also because it protects our large threats from Shang-Chi. Like, the number of games you lose to Shang-Chi are, like, really high, because our collectors and our Angelas and our bishops, like, hit double-digit power. So being able to, like, play armor out into a location to protect our large threat from getting offed is, like, a lot of value. I actually think Limbo's pretty good for this deck. Our deck is good at spending lots of resources every turn, typically. And again, gonna Rocket Raccoon here, even though there's a good chance they don't have a 1-drop and we miss on its trigger, because I just want to get 1-drops building up in this left location to bounce with Beast or Falcon. Usually I favor Rocket Raccoon before Agent 13, because if we draw a Collector, I want to Agent 13 after Collector. Yeah, nailed it. Angela mid. I prioritize playing Angela before I prioritize playing Collector, because there are more locations that are bad for Angela than are bad for Collector. Well, that's certainly a thing that just happened to me. That makes our deck a lot less good into Limbo. Or maybe better, who knows? So this is actually kind of fun. We could Doctor Strange Angela over into District X to allow her to get bigger. It also cleans us up, so Mojo is less scary in the mid. Let's go Sunspot here. Make Angela 7. Doctor Strange, pull Angela into District X. Oh, and Doctor Strange counts as that too. Yeah. So this is actually a great piece of tech because now we can rune Limbo if we want. In a pinch, if we think we're ahead. My opponent conceded to the armor. Was this a Shang-Chi? It must have been, right? Yes, Rhinoing District X doesn't do anything because your deck was replaced when it flipped up. That is correct. Armor getting to go to work there, huh? That's why we're playing it. Get to protect our big bomb diggities. Morning Tang, thanks to 11 months. Yeah. Duty night at the end of all the streams this week again. Alright, so I don't want to play into Miniaturized Lab because I want to be able to bounce these things. Let's Yondu to the right on 1. It's arbitrary which of these two we kind of play into here, I think. Collector? Collector? One collector, please. Falcon. Well, that's super unfortunate that they get super flow and we do not. Downside of playing things out, but you know, it's a coin flip. None of our payoffs in the top 6 cards out of 11 in our deck is unfortunate. You'll have draws like this sometimes. It's pretty important that you hit Angela, Collector, or Bishop in your first 6 cards. And if you don't, you know, sometimes you just get got. All right, there's an Angela. So all is not lost. So we could go Angela, Agent 13, Yondu, Nightcrawler. I'm gonna armor out here again. Actually, I probably want to armor into DC, so that way they can't, that way they can't kill Angela. Well, do I have time for that? I don't know that I have time for that. I probably don't have time for that, because I want to be able to Chavez on 6. Yeah. Let's just do this. Shocker is 6 power in DC. You are correct. So we Falcon here. This might be a game where we don't play Chavez, huh? Yeah, I think we just go like Shocker. Honestly, Cloak's a fine. RNG2 Rakes, it's just like 4 attack. I guess this loses because of multiple man. This loses to Heimdall, right? This is only getting +1, 2. Maybe I need to put Cloak here, actually. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9. So this is 17 here. So that beats Heimdall, right?
Snap.
This is good. My opponent's conceded. Damn. I didn't think we were that far ahead, but maybe they just felt pretty behind. I feel like the multiple man gave him a chance to call the snap here. Didn't find Bishop till late there, but worked out. Arno, thanks for the 43 months. Welcome back. Armor hasn't felt terrible, by the way. I was Shocker, man. It was generated by Agent 13. Chrissy does have a Twitch. You could drop your Prime off if you paid sub here. You want to support extra. Speaking of free subs, I got this little goal counter up here. You're someone that enjoys my stuff and you want an easy way to support it, consider checking out the Kingdom Maker promo. If you get your keep to level 2 by Friday, you can get a free sub gift to the channel. Really easy way to support me for free. Speaking of supporting me, Superman3227, I missed your brand new Prime sub. Welcome to the channel. Thanks for coming on in. Really appreciate the support. Let's open on Yondu in the Avengers compound here. And Arano, thank you for the 43 months. And a few new follows this morning too. Folks that aren't familiar with me, welcome. My name's Jeff Hoagland. I stream full-time here on Twitch and generally do card games, whether strategy games, Magic the Gathering, now Marvel Snap has been my latest addiction. I also play some Pokemon Unite. Always a lot of great things going on here. If you're into that sort of thing, drop back in again sometime. That's a beast, huh? Definitely makes Angela a little awkward here. What if we just like Rocket Raccoon into Beast Middle? And then that lets us reset and get Angela bigger. Bishop. Nailed it. This Twitch stream is pre-recorded in front of a live audience. Thanks everybody for coming by today. So I'm gonna have to play into the Avengers compound on 5. I really don't want to compete with this Devil Dinosaur though. This is the problem. Oh yeah, that's true. There's a Mindscape here that makes the Devil Dino worse. I forgot about that. I should have played the squirrel out. I forgot the Mindscape was a thing. See, we talked about our other opponent forgetting that too. I'm a big dumb chat. Falcon is the worst draw in our deck. That's a collector. Yeah. So the fact that I didn't play this squirrel out makes their dinos so much better. I think this is just like a Bishop armor into squirrel here, and then plan to Chavez right next turn to... Plan to like lose here and then Chavez right to beat the dino once my hand gets small. Alright, chat. If I lose to this devil dinosaur by 2 power, it's my fault. I could have played one more card out of my hand if I had remembered Mindscape exists, but Mindscape plus Avengers Compound got me. I'm gonna stay in for 3 cubes to see how this works out, but... Oh, they just have Chavez as well. Okay. Didn't matter. Yeah, lost that game due to priority. Although, even without the Venom, would we have lost left still? Maybe? Actually not sure. I definitely messed up the... Oh, you know what? Maybe we beat the Venom regardless. If I would have played the Squirrel out, I could have played Collector left, and then their Moon Girl would have let my Collector beat their Venom. So yeah, if I wouldn't have forgotten about the Mindscape, I think we win that game even with being bottomed down on priority, right? I think it's definitely the case. If you're new to the channel and enjoying the vibes, make sure to check out my Snap YouTube channel as well. Hoaglandia Snap, I post highlights there 4 or 5 days a week, different deck highlights, game news, new cards, thoughts on everything Snap related. Great source for information about the game, as well as deck ideas. No, it wouldn't have been 50-50, Mark, because I would have won right if they Chavez left. With the Moon Girl plus other cards there. I would have just won if I had played better. Yondu is incredibly likely to get Chavez, yeah. I think they're most likely to deploy something right here, huh? So I'm gonna Collector into Mantis, I think. They played middle again. Weird. Playing into the unknown location is strange. Why would you think I would play into the unknown location? Yeah. Now there's a space run there that you can't do anything about. This is why you shouldn't play into the unknown location, Chip. Given the option. Although I guess if they hadn't played here, they'd only have 1 power here. So maybe it's whatever. This is probably gonna be a game where I don't get to Chavez. We'll see though. Yeah, because I'm gonna Bishop into Rocket Raccoon here, and then next turn I'm gonna Beast bounce my left pile, and then on 6 we might be Falconing stuff back to make Collector bigger. Card's a lot worse when we build our Chavez. This game is a blast. Flamboyant baby. Thanks for the 3rd of the year. Welcome back. Wow, that's a huge beating. Do we lose? I think we lose. Oh wait, I have Nightcrawler. Nightcrawler could do it for us, right? So I get to Nightcrawler here. And then do we just Chavez right? Because Chavez right pushes Bishop up to a 7, which means I win mid. And then I have a good amount of power there. No, they went to hand because of Beast. That's true. Blue Marvel would give me more power in Strange Academy. I think we win this regardless, right? Because Blue Marvel would have meant that Collector died, but I would have had 10 power here still. The Juggernaut play was truly strange. There's no reason for me to play center into an unknown location there when all the other ones are revealed. I'm not quite sure what they were trying to accomplish with their what's it called play there. I tried to cancel the queue, but it backed me out. All right, I think we can reconnect just fine. Yeah, okay. Spies District X chat. Is Venom a better card than Carnage? I think Venom's a better card than Deathlock. Thanks, Kyle. I got you. Thanks for checking out the Kingdom Maker promo. I don't think we're beasting this. I think this might actually be a play nothing. Well, I guess there's maybe we're supposed to beast here so that way these are free after we bishop. Yeah, that's probably the line actually. Hey, Card Gamer Guy, thank you for the 10 months. Welcome back. Yeah, I'll be interested to see if this game retains the exact same economic model through the end. Where do we think they're gonna play for Rocket Raccoon chat? I guess I can wait on this. We can wait and get more information about what they're doing next turn. I guess in theory we can even wait on this till turn 6, right? I can't do them on 5 for free, but we can on 6. Mr. Negative probably makes whatever we draw uncastable, but at the same time, I think I just want to play him out as a 4-power thing. Okay, that's actually just fucking incredible. This is a card I really want to open. It makes your cards with no power get +2, and all these no abilities get +2, and all these squirrels have no abilities, and the Broodling's gonna have no ability too here. So we should be good to go here, chat. Absolutely nuts draw. Yeah. This is one of the cards I really want to open to be able to deck build with. I think there's probably a reasonable Patriot deck in the format I don't really like to work on. Patriot and Magic are towards the top of my list to pull 3 cards I'm waiting on. Chavez is 1 more game away from getting boosted. I got 10 Domino boosters on this lit up. Do I have a Domino upgrade ready? My gal's ready to go to infinity and beyond, shit. Isn't she party? I do have Ultron already. Ooh, I really don't like the pixel art variants, but it's nice to have, I guess. Using my pixel arts, and we can so once a card gets to the infinity level, that's the top level, you get to split it into a card with different backgrounds and borders, then level them up again. You can infinity split things multiple times. Just keep playing with the cards that you love and making their cosmetics better and better. It's a really, really good system. I think their infinity split setup is really pretty ingenious. I like what they've done with it a lot. It's got magic, yes. Yeah, I think magic just goes in almost everything. She's really good. I think if you had me pick for what's the most imbalanced pull 3 card, it's probably magic. I think she makes a lot of decks significantly better. The key to playing magic is ask yourself, does the deck I'm playing benefit from having an extra turn to spend a whole lot of mana? And the answer to that question is yes for a lot of decks. We used to praise magic all the time, back before Fire Design happened. Yeah, like the Cerebro deck wants it, Mr. Negative wants it, any of the Go Big Show and Tell decks want it. It's just like, actually very, very good. Okay, so this is actually insane. So I get to Rocket Raccoon into Nightcrawler here, and then next turn I get to Armor into Falcon, pick all of these up. I think this is snap-worthy. Yeah, I agree. I think even this deck would probably want a copy of Magic. I agree with that. Don't ask me what I would cut for it, because I don't know offhand, but we'll think about that when we're gonna try it in all sorts of things. I think it's good in most of them. I wish I would have had Bishop last turn. I think I need to do this turn for the sake of resource efficiency. And now, because we bounced Nightcrawler, I could actually Nightcrawler into the middle here and then move it and then play something else here yet again, which is kind of awesome. I want to try and Rocket Raccoon rather than Yondu here. Well, so you can just magic on turn 6, right, Lanik? Yes, Raccoon is sweet in this deck because it keeps the buff, is exactly correct. So it's obviously Chavez. The question is where. They're pretty likely to play into Monster Metropolis because of Angela. However, because they think I'm likely to play there, they could play into Monster Isle. Yeah, we could pull Nightcrawler out of mid and be up 11 there, and then have Nightcrawler plus Chavez left, and Chavez is likely to get the Monster Metropolis bonus, which puts me to a total of 15 left to their 1. I think that's the play. Holy crap. Well played. Doubling Nakia is really strong, it turns out. Neat build from the opponent. I wonder how playable their deck is when they don't have doubled Nakia. They just have a lot of really mediocre cards, but when they hit Wong into double Nakia, their deck seems absurdly cracked. Hey, thanks for the raid, Excel. Hope you had a good stream. Folks coming on in, welcome. My name's Jeff Ogland. I stream full-time here on Twitch. Do a lot of card games. We've been playing a couple hours of Marvel Snap in the morning. We also play some Magic the Gathering and some Pokemon Unite. Usually play a few different games each day. I'm here most days during the week. I'll be off tomorrow, but I'll be here Thursday and Friday as well. Doing 4-day work weeks this summer, chat. Hanging, spending extra time with the fam. Nice. Rocket Raccoon hit on one is huge. Quinjet's pretty good, and I have cut Electra from this particular build of this deck, so Quinjet just gets to hang out and do its thing. All right, we have Angela into Nightcrawler for the Sanctums. This is not terrible for us, which is nice. I believe so, Stage Select. Okay, do I want to fight over the left side? I think I do. We're gonna Bishop, and then next turn we can go like Nightcrawler Falcon into the Stark Tower. Well, that's an excellent draw. So I get to go Nightcrawler, Agent 13, Falcon, pick all of these up. I'll just make Angela a bit bigger, and then we can redeploy into Stark Tower to get that bonus before it rolls off. So the follows, folks, have from Excel's channel. Happy Tuesday. I don't know. So, one, there's a chance that even after they nerf Nova, it's still playable. And two, the reason I actually added armor to this deck is Shang-Chi is really good against our deck. So armor is a way our deck can protect itself from Shang-Chi, which is nice. I think we're pretty favored to win from here, so I'm gonna go ahead and snap, I think. So like, I'm gonna get to slide 6-power Nightcrawler into the center, and then we'll get to armor here, and Angela's gonna be huge, and our Bishop's getting pretty big. Ooh, they have Vision, okay. Vision means I can no longer win Sanctum. It's relevant. Which is part of the reason I snapped. Yeah, they have Nightcrawler too, but mine's bigger. Okay, so I think we just Chavez left then, right? Just like let everything else ride. Again, looking at my board, you'll understand why Shang-Chi is a card that I'm concerned about. My body is ready to get Shang-Chi into Stark Tower and just destroy me, but I think I'm staying in for 2 cubes for sure. I think the pull 3 decks have a higher maximum power output than Nova cards. Not even close. Not even a little. And I had priority here, and I called out Shang-Chi. Maybe I'm supposed to just not Chavez, and maybe we're supposed to just like jump Nightcrawler left and play armor into here. If we do that, we win, right? I think I'm supposed to use the armor for the technology that we put in our deck for there. It's a mistake on my part. And in fact, like, there's There's so much talk about Nova Carnage. Chat, the other problem is Devil Dinosaur. I think there's a strong argument to make that Devil Dinosaur is actually better than Nova Carnage. It just does so in a less obnoxious way that's in your face. Ooh, I could have armored plus Dracula. Yeah, that's a good shot. And then Dracula would have given me a 50-50 to have that. Yeah, I like that. That's a good call. I think it's a good shot out here. Yeah, that was the better line for sure. We could have had our cake and ate it too. And that would have hedged them not moving vision too. That's a better call out. I like that line. All right, so our opponent has just a regular person's first name here, and they have a card that looks like this with the monochromatic, so they're definitely a bot. Which is sad, but it is what it is. We're gonna go ahead and snap them here. Yes, Devil Dino is also very good at punishing you for playing around Nova Carnage, is correct. It's just so much power. Our hand's actually incredible here. Yeah. Like, we have Collector into Bishop, and then on 4 I get to go Mantis, Agent 13, Beast here on the right. Like, this is actually kind of the nut draw, chat. These locations aren't amazing for us, but our engine is humming here. We're probably losing the Hellfire Club. I guess Chavez. The fact that we're playing Chavez in this build means the Hellfire Club's a little bit less bad for us. Ooh, we could just Jubilee Hellfire Club next turn, huh? Maybe we just do that. Oh, man. If that's not peak bot gameplay, I don't know what is. Oh, if we do the other cards first, Falcon picks them back up. That's a cute call out. It's fine though, right? I get to slide Nightcrawler over and then Chavez here, but you're right. We would have had more Bishop triggers if we play around that. My opponent snapped me. Yeah. JRC, you just DM'd me a screenshot on Discord. Just ping me again in that same Discord message when your current sub expires, and I'll be happy to re-up it for you. Or if you can manipulate bots to snap against you, definitely. Haven't really missed Scarlet Witch in this session this morning. Maybe that's a card I don't need to be playing. I definitely have lost games to my own Scarlet Witch when I played it in this deck in the past. I kind of miss having more one drops though. I'm not sure I like armor. Dimension's pretty annoying for this deck like we mentioned earlier. It's funny that Dream Dimension flipped up after I mentioned not missing Scarlet Witch. Scarlet Witch is just like, you know, miss me, eh? Ooh, piece of candy. I'm gonna snap on the double bishop. Oh, Hawkeye seems incredible in this deck. That might be better than Rocket Raccoon, actually. Okay, double Cerebro is big game for them. Okay, I'm a little scared, Jet. I don't know that we beat double Cerebro with the Dream Dimension here. I'm a little bit scared. There's 5 cards in their deck. What if we do this and just torch the rest of the cards in their deck? Have 4 cards in hand. This is gonna fill my board up though. I don't know. I don't know if this is good, but it's definitely funny. All right, well, we are super hosed, chat. I guess I should have Rocket Raccoon into here. This is definitely... Oh, we generated a Falcon. Ha. Huh. So I can only pick 4 cards back up to my hand because of the hard hand size limit. Oh, only 3 cards because of Hood generating one, but Hood generating a demon here is good for us, right? Maybe. So we're just super dead, right? There's no reason to stay in. Any card they play is plus 11. Mystique's another card that I would really like to open. It's very good in the Cerebro deck, obviously. Cerebro into Mystique is pretty slick. All right, I like this deck, but we've been playing it for an hour now, so let's change up for some variety. I'm gonna play. I'm gonna do the Mr. Negative deck. And high roll some people. Deadpool deck. I don't have Deadpool, I don't think. And even if I did, Deadpool isn't a Deadpool deck, it's just a Nova Carnage deck. So until they nerf Nova Carnage, we're just chilling on that. Deadpool's a much worse destroy payoff than Nova. Can I play a good discard deck? I cannot. I do not have Ghost Rider, I do not have Moon Knight, and I do not have Hela. Give me a month, chat. I'm spending as much money as they will let me spend. We're getting there as quickly as we can. Azinta, thank you for the almost 5 years here in Hooglandia. Welcome back. I appreciate it. Yeah, Crystal adds a little bit of consistency to this archetype, which is nice. Shuffles our hand back in and lets us draw new ones. So even if we don't draw negative next turn, we get to Crystal, which will give us a better chance to have negative on turn 4. The big house is actually quite bad for us. Most of my cards are expensive. Really unfortunate the big house didn't get ruined there. guess I have a few cards in my deck that can play to the big house, Nakia and Sunspot. Yeah, cards retain their cost when flipped, which is awkward. You can't Iron Man in here, even though it costs 0. It still counts as costing 5. I don't know if that's a feature or a bug, but either way, it feels bad. Oh, you know what? Sandman probably hoses them here, right? Because now they can't get their hand empty playing only 1 card per turn. How do we feel about gambling with White Tiger into the big house? The problem is if I gamble and lose, I like lose the game on the spot, right? I could also just Crystal. I think I'm just gonna Crystal. Actually just did. Hey, good game, user pick. Yeah, Mystique's a card I really like for that deck. Mystique and Magic are 2 cards I'm missing from the Cerebro archetype that would be nice to add. You guarantee Tiger in the big house next turn? No, because I have to play Crystal. I believe it's 50-50. I guess we technically don't know to add another location, but I assume it says another location, not another open spot on the board. So I'd assume each location is just an even split that has space open.
This land is always shifting.
Weird World is up there with District X for locations that kind of suck. We'll see how X Mansion goes, but this might be a retreat. Technically came out ahead there, but not great either way. And I guess they technically haven't snapped yet. Had Bucky Barnes Carnage in their hand already. Okay, so we go Typhoid Mary plus Nova mid, and then we can Venom these to power everything up. Great, I think we got a shot. Because we get to Killmonger their Sunspot as well. This is the other thing to consider, is that these Nova Carnage decks as built aren't even at their full potential. Like, people are just now barely getting to unlock Venom and Killmonger in Pool 3. So like the Nova Carnage decks that you've been getting shoved in by for the last 2 weeks aren't even the max power level Nova Carnage will be in a fully undisputed, like a fully open card pool people have been playing for months. So it's probably an extra good thing they're toning it down. All right, we got Psylocke into Crystal if we don't spike the negative in our next 2 draws. Psylocke gives us that extra energy ahead of curve, which is nice. So people keep comparing Venom to Carnage, probably because they're both Spider-Man characters, but I think the comparison to Deathlock is better. I think Deathlock is much worse than Venom, and Carnage is Carnage Venom are the 2 best, with Killmonger trailing short behind. Killmonger is sweet because it can kill Nova in a different location than itself. It's super strong. Can't play cards here after turn 4. All right, I guess we'll Crystal into there. God, the amount of times I Crystal and get the exact same 3 cards back is really tilting. That's probably too good, Dreth. Yeah. That with Hela Sunstroke really corrected half. It's not been a great showing for Mr. Negative this morning, chat. Had some mediocre variants. Right on time, Psylocke. Welcome to the party. They have an Infinite Ramp deck. Yeah, I think the Infinite Ramp deck's pretty unplayable though. Because the Infinite Ramp deck is significantly worse than
Oh, snap.
the Infinite Ramp deck is significantly worse than Nova Carnage. I just don't think it's competitive into it. These decks like Mr. Negative and the Beastly Bounce deck I've been playing, they could keep up with the Nova Carnage deck on occasion. Wow, hitting Crystal there is so bad for us. Big oof. Huh? So if I do this, there's a chance we beat Infinite, right? If we hit White Tiger. Let's stay in for 2 cubes for 1 and 3 to beat Infinite. Oh wait, they Infinited right? Okay, so we beat that then, right? Thanks for the cubes. I just assumed they were gonna Infinite left, but they just assumed we couldn't play into Klin, which was a mistake. This card steals a lot of wins like that. People don't expect you to be able to get into some of these locations, and then you do. for my next track. Crystal both helps you draw your Mr. Negative payoffs after you Mr. Negative, but she also helps you draw negative when you don't have him to start, right? So Psylocke into Crystal gives you a good chance to have negative on 4 if you don't have it by default. Sunspot at least means we're not wasting mana this turn. They also did nothing, which is not bad for us. Turn 4 without a lot going on. Well, that's a good beat for us. This game needs best of 3 at the sideboard. Disagree. Spot the Magic the Gathering player. Magic players are always some of the least inventive people. They just want to like copy and paste whatever Magic did into every other card game they play. They actually on the first day they showcased the game, they demoed what would be a really interesting competitive format. So they had both players play until they collected a certain number of cubes. Whatever your tournament format is, it needs to use the snap mechanic because the snapping mechanic is just core instrumental to the game. I think we just like Iron Man mid because they can only play 1 card per turn. So like, unless they have Doctor Doom, I'm saying this is a man who's about to lose to Doctor Doom. Unless they have Doctor Doom here, we're good. Just Chavez, yeah. So Electro says they can only play 1 card per turn. So if we win mid, we're theoretically winning all 3 paths, and they're not likely to win 2 paths with just 1 card here, unless it's exactly Doom. Yeah, so sorry, to articulate the kind of game mode they showed off where they had their 2 players play head to head, they said, yeah, it's just heads up. And the first person to get, it's not to bust, it's just the first person to get to 10 cubes. So it could be 2 games, it could be a bunch of games with people conceding. Multi-deck or single deck would be a good question. You could probably do either. Based on the card acquisition model in this game, I think I'd prefer single deck just because it can be difficult for people to get even 1 reasonable deck. Now, Nakia into Crystal is a bit of a non-bow, so you probably won't be doing that. However, White Tiger is a bit of a combo at DC, which is nice. Mr. Negative. What's in my deck that's even good with negative at this point? We have an Arnim Zola? All right, we'll play this out because hitting Zola is really good here. Sounds like rounds could go long trading cubes. I mean, games in Snap last 4 minutes. So if you have a round go the maximum 10 games for someone to get 10 cubes, although I guess the same person's not getting cubes every time. I don't know. It's probably fine. I think it's probably fine. They snapped me, huh? I kind of think I want a Jubilee, huh? Because there's a Zola in the 5 cards in my deck. What are the 5 cards in my deck? We have Zola, Ronin, Psylocke, Sunspot. I guess there's 2 bad ones in there. You want a Crystal first, then Jubilee? Oh, yeah, that's true. Putting a bunch of these in my deck is pretty good. Yeah, okay, let's try that for funsies. Oh, they waited to play Infinite. I'm so dumb. I forgot they played nothing last turn. If I'd have played Iron Man here, we win. I guess they could have also Infinited into the middle though too, right? So you're just kind of a coin flip situation, so we lost the flip. Maybe they're slightly more favorable to play Infinite into the location they already have something. So that should be my tiebreaker for where Iron Man goes, but at the core there, that end game is a flip. I also did forget they corked me. Corked was a factor there. We haven't had any super impressive Mr. Negative games. If you haven't seen this deck really pop off before, I think it has some of the biggest turns you can have in Marvel Snap, and there's a highlight video up on my YouTube channel this morning. If you want to check it out after we're done doing Snap today, we're going to be playing live here for another 20 minutes or so before we flip over to Magic. What's going on, Rage Quit? Thank you for the 32 months. Welcome back. All right, I would love to double Nakia this turn. Thanks. Squad's gonna be rather large, Chip. Okay, so if I Psylocke middle here, then next turn I can double Zola these? And I don't know if this is good, but it's kind of hilarious, so it's definitely the line. This is, the content play is Psylocke mid, so we can Zola mid for sure. This is a not sure if good, definitely great moment. I have 8 mana this turn as well, because we have two Psylocks. So we just go like Jubilee mid, and then like Sandman right. I guess I just Crystal right. Oh, I could also, what's in my deck? Is it beneficial to put my hand back into my deck before we do this? It probably is, right? Yeah, I think we Crystal first so we can hit Iron Man and Ronin with this. Yeah. If they didn't concede there, we definitely Crystal first and then Jubilee, because like hitting Sandman, Iron Man, and Ronin are all like good hits out of our deck. That is an 11 power Sandman. He's seen some shit, chat. This card is just so sweet when it pops off. Just easily some of the biggest effects in the game. Not close. Zola is a ton of fun. And we didn't even get to Mr. Negative him yet, right? Like sometimes this deck gets to draw Arnim as a 0 mana 6 power card, and then you just like go to the moon. So turn 7, that's typically very good for our deck. Our deck desperately wants Magic, chat. If you have most of this archetype, including Mr. Negative, you have a copy of Magic, you are blessed. This deck is much better with access to Magic, for sure. Well, that's annoying. Yeah, and I talked about this in my 5 things that make Marvel Snap awesome video that I put up over the weekend, but one of the things this game really hits on the head is the fact that your decks are wildly consistent while also having incredibly varied gameplay. So I think I'm actually gonna Sandman plus Widow's Bite here, so that way my white tigers end up going to the right guaranteed, so we can Tiger Odin mid and get 2 tigers into here, I think is my plan. Sandman says we can only play 1 card per turn.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, the fact that decks get to be so consistent, you like look at your deck and go, okay, I have these cards left in my 5, and you like know and you get to play around that. Sarah is not particularly good here. Like with Sandman locking them down, it doesn't really matter if their cards are currently cheaper. Can I click on the Sarah, please? Yeah. So Odin's gonna add 10 here, and he's gonna put another 7 into here. I guess it's possible they beat my 7 on the right here, because we are losing Limbo currently. Leader's another good one I would really like a copy of. He's very, very, very strong. I'll stay in for 2 cubes. I'll play run in mid. Actually, I'm not, right? This is only 12. I miscounted. I looked at 6 and thought 12, but they get to play more. Why did they get 2 Odin? Because Odin re-triggered leader. It used our 10 power Odin against us, Chip. Oh yeah, leader. I can see leader being good in this deck. It's a 6 power 4 mana card. Once you do the thing. I'm gonna snap turn 3 Jubilee, especially with Sunspot on 1. Jubilee basically gives us an extra draw to find Crystal to work towards negative, or Mr. Negative himself, which is nice. Super awkward. So we have 6 cards in our decks. This is 1 in 6 to hit Mr. Negative. Another thing to consider here, again, just like knowing all the stats. Even this is 1 in 6 to hit negative, but it's also another 1 in 6 to hit Odin and get a redraw there too, which is pretty powerful. Okay, and now we like Iron Man. Oh, I can't Iron Man left. So we Iron Man mid, Crystal mid. Big House plus Lab's a little bit of an awkward squeeze for us. Is that a snap? I think that's a snap. I already snapped. We already snapped. If it wasn't a snap before, it's a snap now for sure. All right, so sans Iron Man moving here, we're torched on this path, and we really don't want Iron Man to go here. Yeah, this is actually a best case scenario. Our worst card went here because we're torched on this path anyways. I snapped on one. That's because I'm a man of culture. I don't really want, because this one's locked up. I guess we just do that, right? And this goes to 28 here, and then this path is huge as well. Yeah, that's actually what we don't want Zola to go, because he can't add to other locations. I think we're still good, right? Yeah. This for the cubes. I kind of hope they take all the vanilla cards and just, like, add a stat line to them in this patch. Like, Cyclops, Misty Knight, whatever her name is, the one drop, Hulk, all of them deserve an extra stat. I get that you could technically combo them with Patriot, but as is, their base stat lines are just not good enough. And I'm not even sure they're busted if you add a stat to them. Now, they have a Hulk avatar, so good chance they're playing Nova Carnage, because this was the Infinity avatar for last month, so had to try hard to get there. Space Throne's not amazing for us, but it's also not terrible. How much of the children's education is Marvel Snap going to cost me? Boy, golly, do I have the perfect video for you. Check out the video on the Snap YouTube channel where I go through how long it takes to collect every single card in Marvel Snap. I mean, this locks us out of the Space Throne, which is not great. How do you feel about Odin into here? That seems fine, right? Oh, is that a good draw, chat? I can't tell. Is that a good one? Wait, they just passed? Why didn't they retreat? Maybe cut Iron Man for Quinjet after this with the real hot suggestions. Maybe they just wanted to make a cube donation to Hoaglandia, chat. To be fair, I spend a lot of my time donating cubes to other people on the ladder playing bad decks. So maybe they've watched the stream and they felt bad for me. I'll take your pity cubes, chat. Ship them. I ain't proud. Ship the pity cubes. Turn 1 Okoye. Oof. Oof. That is pretty good for them. Oh yeah, turn 0 technically, right? Yeah, they drew Sunspot on 1. I'm in danger. Oh, there's a rank floor at 100. I didn't know that. Okay, that makes sense. Rank floor at 100 makes a lot of sense. So people are just like spewing some cubes to boost everybody up. I'll take it in. Thank you, friendo. Like I said, chat, ain't proud. Ship the pity cubes. I think we White Tiger the Super Flow to put 14 more power into Scar. And then we just like plan to Odin one of these two on the last turn. And I think we just Odin right? Because we're winning here, we're winning here. This will make us winning here, so they'll need to get ahead on 2 of these 3 paths to win the game. Hela could do it. Just Ghost Rider. Odin's just 10 power for 6, chat. He's doing his best Chavez impersonation. Alright, let's play one more game of Snap, and then we'll flip over to doing some Magic. For folks that are just here for Snap stuff, I'll be back with more live Snap Thursday and Friday morning this week after this morning. Remember, I've got highlight videos going up almost every day on the Snap YouTube channel. We had them for the last 4 days. I've got another one queued up for tomorrow. I imagine we'll have patch notes today or tomorrow. I'll do a review of the buffs and nerfs when those happen and we know what the details are, so... If you want to keep up with great Snap news and excellent deck highlights, be sure you sub over there on YouTube. Thanks for the 36 months, Beard Hug. Welcome back. I appreciate the 3 years. And remember, if you want a really easy way to support my stuff that doesn't cost you any dollars but really helps put a few bucks in my pocket, be sure to check out Kingdom Maker. Appreciate the 49 folks that have done that. If we can get to that 110 by the end of the week, I get a small bonus. Jubilee right here. We've got Mr. Negative as well as Odin in 5 cards. So I have Ronin. Yeah. Well, if you haven't checked it out, Gooey, the Kingdom is a way to get a free sub this week. Actual $0 out of your pocket, just like 10, 15 minutes of your time. I think we're kind of torched with this negative zone, huh? I don't really see a good way out. Our board space is super clogged, like with the ninja here too. It doesn't even accomplish much because Jubilee is kind of caught. Iron Man mid isn't even very good because of Ninja. I guess we white Tiger here and hope the Tiger hits mid and then we Iron Man to win mid, assuming we continue to win Nova Roma. I could Tiger mid into Odin, I suppose, too, yeah. Oh, gosh. All right. All right, I'm going to play Eyeline. I'm going to play one more before we start Magic. I'm not ending on that one. Just one more, chat. I can quit whenever I want. I'm not addicted. You're addicted. Yes, Kooky Blade. To help out with the Kingdom Maker promo, you just click that link on your mobile phone or scan the QR code here next to me. And then it'll take you to your app store to install the game, and then you just play through the tutorial and get your keep to level 2. It takes like 10 or 15 minutes or so. And doing that gets my gold ticker here +1. I can't snap yet, so I'm not addicted. That's true. That's a good way to not be addicted. See, chat, they're just having such a long closed beta because they want to save you from yourself for a little bit. Of course, Druid. Happy birthday. We have Mr. Negative on 4 here, so not going to have it a turn early, but we've got Sunspot to soak up mana early, which is nice. Pretty okay start. Hoping to not draw our bombs. We want our Iron Mans and our Iron Mans and friends to stay in our deck while we work up to Mr. Negative. Odin's not a terrible one. Mindscape's actually pretty bad for us. Unfortunate. They're not doing a whole lot either. I imagine we're not going to get a full open beta until they have, what's it called ready? The, whatever their Nexus events are. I imagine they want their economy to be complete before they open the beta. Yes, Iron Man with negative power is no bueno. It's not good. Please Scarlet Witch this Mindscape. Govia discarded our Zola earlier. Kazar? Nova. Weird. Think I just white Tiger here? Pretty medium spot. No, it's gonna be the last one regardless of the result. Gotta get some cube in. The result is a retreat. Alright, chat, sorry. I have to be done playing the fun game and go to work here. So we're gonna load up Magic the Gathering.